My name is Brigadier Mal Jemison. I had the privilege of being Pipe President of the Royal Scots Greys at that point up to 1971. And this in front of me here is one of the 8 gold discs which we earned with the success of Amazing Grace in 1972 when it broke loose on Radio 2. It depends on each country. This one is only 20,000, but in the United Kingdom it's 1 million, and I can't remember the rest, but we got 8 altogether, and the silver disc as well for the United Kingdom. So it was sort of a hugely important moment for the bands. Well, Amazing Grace is a traditional melody. I would personally like to think it comes from Scotland originally, although it was known in America better. In fact, they sang 23rd Psalm to Amazing Grace, for example. And it was picked up in those days of the late 60s by Judy Collins, who made a sort of supersonic hit record of it. And of course, all of us around the world were hearing this incredible tune. So then a month or two passed. It was April 1972, I seem to remember, that Ian Fenner, the producer of Late Night Extra on Radio 2, as it was known then, BBC 2, Radio 2, he decided, having seen the album, that he would play the tune Amazing Grace. So he played it once, and the following morning, all hell broke loose. And within days, BBC had 30,000 letters of questioning what was this, and how do we get hold of it, and all that sort of thing. So BBC rang up RCA Records and said, "You have got a hit on your hands." They said, "I don't believe it. You've got a hit on your hands. You better start doing something about it." So they had every single pressing factory, in those it was a single, the 45, working on it, and it went in at number 11, straight in at number 11 to the pop charts. So in those days, there was no social media. So how did Amazing Grace help people learn a bit more about the British Army, indeed the music of the British Army and the Scottish regiments in particular? Well, I mean, at that point there was no military music being played in the pop world, obviously. Although people would hear it like the Queen's Birthday Parade, Tribute to the Colour, that sort of thing, and at praise. So it was a watershed moment, without a shadow of a doubt. Well, I was producer of the Royal Edinburgh Military 2 for 12 years, and a huge privilege to be that. And Amazing Grace, obviously, it was the first thing I wanted to play, but I wanted to play it a bit cool, actually, because I didn't want to be playing Royal Scots Dragoon Guard music straight away. But he'd say, well, he would, wouldn't he? So I left it to my second year. And when it was played, I think we played it first in '96, I would guess, with the Scots Guards and the great director of music, Colonel David Price, the late David Price, who was one of the finest, and the wonderful bands, the Mouse Pipes and Drums. And I have to say that for me it was an extremely emotional moment, very moving. We played the original Fairbairn arrangement, of course, which is the best. Umpteen people have done arrangements of Amazing Grace, and nothing has compared with the original. And it's the same old story, isn't it? It's somehow something special about that original one. And I think the audience of the 8,600 people who saw it at Edinburgh were moved by that great moment and that great piece of music. Did the regiment make a lot of money from Amazing Grace? That's a very good question. The money we made, let's be perfectly honest about it, was of huge benefit to the regiment and our serving soldiers. And I can remember we bought a minibus to help them get back home to see their next of kin. We we did a lot for the benefit of the welfare of the regiment.